Good day, good day. Just a little bit of AM new day motivation. I hope you all are doing well. Today is another chance to do what your heart desires, to get it right, to treat people right, to treat yourself right, first and foremost. And go get it. Go get it, y'all. Each day you're growing older, more mature, and hopefully gaining more wisdom and understanding. I'm just going to be talking a little bit about of my spiritual experiences and just giving a little bit of motivation as far as your spiritual growth may be going right now as well. Um, so let's see here. So lately I've been tapping back in a great deal. I'm starting to experience the supernatural a whole lot more again. I could tell that a little while ago, a few years ago, I kind of got out of it and I became kind of numb because I was going through a lot in the physical realm in my personal life. You know, I was going through a lot of loss, a lot of pain, a lot of grief. And I just checked out spiritually. I wasn't in tune. I wasn't sensitive to it. I wasn't looking for it. I wasn't asking for it. You know what I mean? So it just kind of, it never really left. It's just that I wasn't giving it the time and the attention, that it needed for me to truly see what was going on around me. But now I'm getting back to that because I have been asking for sensitivity to it. I've been asking the Creator for more sensitivity to it. And so I could truly see the unseen. I've always felt like someone was with me. Like I always feel like there's someone with me, someone just standing there in my presence, in the light and in the dark. Because, a lot of us sometimes feel like, oh, it's something near if it's dark. But no, I feel like someone, something, a presence is always with me. And it's not necessarily a bad spirit or anything. It's just a presence that is always there. And I'm grateful for it because there have been many situations that I have gotten out of that I didn't know how I was going to get out of it. You know what I mean? Hi, Brenton. How are you today? Hope you have a great day today. And so I know I have spiritual protection and guidance around me, and I am so extremely grateful for it. And you should also thank the Creator and the Most High for the positive and good spirits that are around you as well. And even so the bad ones as well, because sometimes the bad ones can heighten your spiritual awareness. They're there to wake you up. They're there maybe even to protect you. So they might be bad or negative, but maybe not towards you. Maybe they are your fighting presence, your fighting spirit that's around you to ward off other things. So a lot of people sometimes think demons are a bad thing, but I think we got to go back and look up the original definition of a demon. And sometimes you gotta embrace the good with the bad, because you don't know what's good if you don't know what's bad, and you don't know what's bad if you don't know what's good, because you won't have anything to compare it to. You know what I mean? Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. I appreciate it, Brenton. I appreciate it. So recently somebody mentioned something and it brought it back to my remembrance. They would say that something would stand up and sit down on their bed continuously. And I had never heard anybody else with this experience. But when I was a teenager, up until a few years ago, somebody or something would continuously stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down. And it was always at the edge of the foot of my bed. It was always at the foot of my bed. And it was always when I was about to go to sleep. So I was in between, the sleep realm and the physical awake realm. You know what I mean? And I just never understood that. I didn't know who it was. I didn't know what it was. It would scare me sometimes, but after a while I got used to it, because it wasn't doing anything to me. It was just sitting up and down, up and down, up and down. And I couldn't tell if it was trying to rock me to sleep or if it was trying to wake me up. And the older I got, I was thinking, maybe this was something that was trying to wake me up so that I could be a little more sensitive to what was going on around me, because like I said, it didn't ever do anything bad to me, nothing negative. It would just get up, sit down, get up, sit down. And it wasn't my grandmother, because when it started happening, my grandmother was still alive, so it wasn't her. So it would have had to have been an ancestor, older ancestor, that kept doing that. And up until a few years ago, it just stopped. And I'm going to say that maybe they knew I had already arrived, at my spiritual growth or whatnot. And I know as soon as I say that, it's going to start happening again, right? But yeah, I mean, I think a few years ago it just stopped happening. I mean, they just stopped sitting at the edge of my bed, up and down, up and down. But that could have been because I got into my marriage as well. So maybe they thought and felt that I was okay now, and I didn't need that protection or that coddling, that rocking, or that awakening. So I mean, there's many different ways to look at that, but yeah. Hi, it's like that. I don't think it was a negative spirit, because I never experienced anything negative or bad from it. It never did anything to me. It would just, you know, let me know its presence and stand up and sit down on that bed, and it wasn't the same bed. It wasn't the same bed all the time. It was wherever I was. It was in the house that I grew up in, and then when I moved, it happened there. So it wasn't always on the same bed. So I don't think the spirit was necessarily attached to that bed. The spirit was attached to me. It was following me. And but yeah, I heard somebody else explain that, and I said, you know what, that happened to me. And it made me start thinking about that again, and the significance of that, you know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, so even now I'm still asking what that meant, and I'm asking the Most High to show me who or what that was trying to get my attention, and what were they trying to say to me. Even though it doesn't happen anymore, I still want a deeper understanding of it. You know what I mean? So a few days ago, my right hand started itching it. And if you are familiar with hoodoo culture, we say that if your right hand is itching, money is coming, left hand is itching, money is going away. But I don't accept that for either one of them. I switch it to both hands, money is coming, because I don't want to think anything negative. So that's just something that has happened in the spiritual realm in the past few days. And about a week ago also, I was asleep, and I felt a child tugging on my left big toe. I have not looked up what this meant, but I knew it was a child. The entity was definitely a child, because it was short in stature. And I was in between sleep, but more on the sleep side, and this little person just kept tugging on my toe. I knew it wasn't my 2-year-old, because my 2-year-old was asleep in his crib, so it wasn't him. But I do have a child that has passed on, and he would have been 3 years old right now. And I just felt it was him. So that's something else that happened in the spiritual realm recently. And I just been getting a lot of spiritual confirmations of the things I've been thinking about. They would just keep coming. They would come in messages of twos. They would be repeated twice. They would be repeated 3 times. You know what I mean? Just things that I was thinking, things that I was going through, answers and confirmations that I wanted and that I needed, would just come through whatever I was listening to on YouTube videos, or something I was reading, or somebody would come and say something, in my real life. They would say something and give me confirmation. So look for that as well. That is spiritual guidance and understanding as well, when you're getting confirmations left and right of something that you're actually going through, and then you go and you get it and you're not expecting it. You're like, okay, wow, they're talking about this today, and this is exactly what I've been asking for. You know what I mean? Hey, Green Light, how are you today? Peace and blessings to you. Let's see here. So yeah, this is definitely a time of tremendous spiritual awakening. As you can see, the year started off with a bang as far as our government and leadership is concerned in this world. And at this point, a lot of this stuff is out of our control, is in the control of the Most High Creator. and higher spiritual beings that's around us, and we have to ask for protection, ask for wisdom, for guidance and what to do next and how to protect ourselves and our families. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these things are spiritual battles and wars that, our petty little guns and swords aren't going to be able to battle for us. This is going to be something totally and completely out of our hands. You know what I mean? So yeah. And another thing I wanted to mention is, if you do ask the Most High, ask the Creator, ask your God for guidance and for answers, you know what I mean, and for intervention, ask for the wisdom to recognize it, because it's not going to always come exactly how you think is going to come. It's going to come in subtle ways. Sometimes it's going to come from people you would least expect it to come from. It may come from a child. You know what I mean? It may come from a child that can't even talk yet. So you have to ask for those little pieces and nuggets of wisdom to see it, to recognize it, and to hear it. Because it's not going to be always loud and bold. And it's not going to always come how you think it's going to come. You know? Thank you. I appreciate it, Rats. You have an amazing, awesome day as well. I appreciate it. Let's see. Green Light says, get the book Great Black Mama of Creation by Suzar. Definitely will. I'm going to go and look it up right now and see where I can find that. Thank you for the suggestion. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you, Green Light, as well. Please forgive me if I'm botching your name, but y'all go and check out Neg Andezo. Neg Andezo. If you're on here, Neg, please write the correct spelling because I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, but he gives tons and tons of great spiritual guidance. I appreciate it. Could you write the name of your YouTube page in there so people can find it? Because I know I'm botching the name, and please forgive me. But he gives great spiritual guidance. He's talking about Mommy Water, a lot of other spiritual deities that we've forgotten about, talking about the Great Mother. Just great stuff. And I'm truly on board on the page, because I've always wondered why the woman has been removed, why the feminine has been removed. And there's something to that. When something or someone is always being suppressed and pushed down and forgotten about, there's a reason, because there's power there. There's power there. So with that being said, a lot of women are waking back up. The feminine, the divine feminine, is definitely alive and well, and she is kicking. And I'm going to do a video about that, about all of the melanated divine feminine spirits that we see fighting the great powers that be right now. It's just beautiful and amazing to see all of the Black sisters and what they're doing. But yeah, okay, it is Neg Andezo. Go and check out the YouTube page, Neg Andezo. All right, go like, subscribe, listen to the lives, listen to the playbacks as well. Great information, and he gives lots of great resources as well, as you can see, like the book he just suggested in there. But thank you all for watching the live. You all be blessed today. Take care of the people around you that take care of you, especially spiritually. And take care of each other and take care of yourselves. And you all be blessed.